coming into the third round of the Freelander Challenge, Pat Masters second in the championship. It was almost a disaster at the second round, but you came through in third.
Yeah, luckily we pulled out a big enough lead on the Saturday so that we could take a bit of an easier day on the Sunday and finish third overall. So yeah, we rescued it a bit really.
And here at Forrest Lodge, it's very fast. You've got to have a constant speed around here.
It is fast, but it's very, very tricky in places, very technical, very rough in places. So we'll see.
So you're just about to start the event, so good luck.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Got Mike Smith behind him. Mike, you retired after day one at Radnor.
We did indeed. We had the front cross member of our car had a bit of panel beating on it, done by nature, which meant that it was basically we found ourselves with our sump guard pressed against our sump of our engine, and the front cross member was lifting the radiator up. So we decided that we want to live to fight another day. You know, if we do too much damage on an event, we ain't gonna have time to turn it around. We both work, so we thought let's call it a day on this one. Let's get it ready for the next one, and we're back. So hopefully we'll get through this time without bending it up.
Now, in the first round of Pikes Peak, you mentioned you fancied a bit of speed. You've got it here.
Yes, this looks like it's more our kind of event. Yeah, we like the speed, we like the flatter stuff that we can get a bit more speed up. We did actually, yesterday we were trying to get a suspension lift on the car because after Radnor we felt we needed the clearance, but actually we've decided to not run that because we put it on, we felt it was too much adjustment to the camber of the car. So we've decided to just run it as it is, leave it as it was for the last event, and we'll see how we get on. If it ends up being that we find we need the extra lift, then we could always maybe worry about that time, but I don't think we will. I think we'll stick as we are and go for it.
Good luck.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Behind him, Mike Wilson. Good morning, Mike. Second place at Radnor. Hope for the same here.
Hope to win this time.
Yeah, it's very quick out there. Pat's looking forward to it. You think it's going to suit him to the ground?
Yeah, I think it is very, very quick. 1 and 2 of the climb is going to be a bit dodgy, especially later on when it gets rutted up. But no, I'm looking forward to it. It should be good.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Mike Smith, first run done. 13 seconds behind Pat Masters, but second at the moment. Can you keep it up?
I hope so. We do like this course. Yeah, we had a good run out there. We've taken it very easy. I think we were just discussing with some of our colleagues that it's a survival race. We could have 20 punctures out here because of the shale the way it is. So we're just going to take it nice and steady and keep hopefully pushing a little bit. But there's some places on there if you have an off, it could be very messy. So we want to keep it on the track. So it's finding that fine line between speed but safety.
And there's a lot of marbles out on the track. It's very slippy at the minute, but as the event progresses, the grip's going to come and you can push it a bit more.
Hopefully, yeah. So once some of that looser stuff's gone, we can find some of the more grippy stuff underneath. Yeah, especially with the big boys with the big engines, removing the lighter stuff for us, that helps a little bit. There's a couple of places where we are limited with our ground clearance, as we mentioned, before, that we've decided not to go with the lift, and we're touching in places, but it's much more acceptable than it was at Radnor. So yeah, hopefully we can push through and keep on top of it.
Thank you.
No problem.
So Pat Masters, after the misery of Radnor, you're currently in the lead after run one. Long way to go. There's plenty more grip to come, plenty more pace to come.
Well, you think so? Yeah, hopefully. We'll see how it develops. There's a couple of corners that are quite slippy already. They might get cleaned or they might tidy up. So the grip might be there, or it might get worse. But yeah, quite pleased. A good, nice run, fast run, really.
And you've got to be conscious of punches around here. Plenty of shale.
Yeah, I mean last year we did all 8 of our spare wheels here. We did one a lap. So you've got to certainly have a nice let the quarry section back off a bit. It's better to sort of spend a couple more seconds rather than 10 minutes changing a wheel.
Well, the sun's just come out. A long way to go. Go and enjoy it.
Thank you very much, I will.
Graham White isn't here this weekend, but it's his normal co-driver Martin. First run, disaster struck.
Yeah, being a bit brave, I think. cutting a nice left-hander in third, and it just back wheel went in and pulled me in. I kept my foot in, tried to pull me out, but it got deeper. I just got stuck.
Well, it's not that too much.
It's no damage. No, I can still carry on. I'm going to carry on, but I prefer to sit next to him, I think. Oh, mate, honestly, it's just too skitty. It's like as it's going along the top on ball bearings. It's like that all the time. It's quite fast.
Well, as the weekend goes on, the marbles are going to get cleared out of the way, and the grip's going to be there, so we could put a bit more confidence.
I'm going to go for a finish. That's what I wanted to do anyway, but it's mist comes down it. I can do this, and I didn't.
Well, commiserations.
No, I'm going to carry on. It's not broke, so I just have a play. Go easy, and don't smash it a bit.
Very wise words.
Yeah. I've got to get it home in one pick.
Good luck.
For Graham, that is, to come out on the next one. So I texted him this morning. It's fast. This is a bit of you.
Well, you're here. There's a long way to go. Go and enjoy it.
Oh, yeah, will. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Ian Mawson, last round out at Radnor Forest, prop snap, you had two-wheel drive for 6 rounds, you still got it to the end and finished 4th.
Yeah, it was interesting last 6 stages of the day, but we got it to the end, took the points at the championship, which left us running 3rd in the championship after Radnor. So I've come today, after scoring some more points down, get another finish, see where we're coming at today.
Yeah, and it's a different track completely to Radnor, it's mostly fast stuff. What changes have you had to do to the vehicle?
Oh, we've completely changed. We're running a new design on the suspension. We lifted the car up, it's running a lot higher, all the geometry's been changed. It's the garage is designed, so it's not a bought system, so hopefully we can do it on the shoestring and get a good result. I've been out the first stage this morning, pretty happy with the setup. I feel I can push it harder and get a better time.
Well, the track will evolve and it will get quicker as the event goes on.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a fast one, so hopefully. If for once in a while I get a bit of luck, I can push on and get a decent time with the V6 today.
Good luck.
Okay, thank you very much.
At Radnor Forest, we had the first look at Alex Howard's handiwork with his modifications to the Freelander. It's not been plain sailing though.
No, unfortunately not. So we did quite a lot of damage to the last event. We bent both the front struts, and we managed to get a stone in the rear insert as well, destroyed that too. And had some turbo problems too. The bearing was destroyed in it, so it was a last minute beg Bernie to fix it for us, and he did. Bernie's the guy who got the turbo. So.
Here at Forrest Lodge, very fast, very technical, and it sees you down to the ground, and this is what you wanted really at Radnor, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it really kind of lets the car shine. It still scares me a little. It's really quite, it goes, but we're working together well and trying to pick the pace up, and I mean the worst thing to do is come off, so we're just trying to gradually improve our pace, but it's a real blast. I mean, it puts a smile on my face every corner.
What about you, George?
Well, I'm new to this obviously, and Alex is new to the car, so building up our teamwork between us, getting used to it, seeing what we can do.
Yeah, it's a long track and there's a lot of corners in it. Are you keeping the notes? Are you telling him where he can push, where he can't, and where to just ease off?
Yeah, we're trying to work between us, decide what's best to do. Obviously try and go as quick as we can, but be safe.
That's the main thing, isn't it? And we've got Tim, Alex's father. Tim, you're the brains behind this operation.
Yes, I'm the brains, he's the driver though. That's the difference. So a lot of modifications. We've come in with good basic design, but you also have to develop this when you actually put it into practice. So we're chasing some problems through the system. We break something, we bend it, it then chases through the problem to somewhere else. So the turbo, we've had a couple of problems. We had bolts coming loose last time, so we've tab washed those, so they seem to be staying okay this time. We had a misfire early this morning that seems to have mysteriously gone. We need time now just to get the car back together, to get it home, to get it remapped, and hopefully better performance again next time.
It's just the tip of the iceberg to the development of this car.
Yeah, and it makes you realise, of course, when you compete in a basically standard car, how you just change parts. When you start modifying, then of course everything is a development. It's a new part to be made, so the time and effort just goes up exponentially when you start making modifications.
Well, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Alex, we're halfway through day one. You've got a couple of runs to do. You're currently miles ahead of any other Freelander.
I don't know about that, but we're just trying to gradually improve our pace. I mean, it's going more sideways around the corners, and that's what we're looking for, so we'll just keep pushing.
Good luck.
Thanks, cheers.
In Linford, it's a testing year, development year for the car, getting ready for Wales Rally GB, and what better place to test than Scotland?
I know, we love these stages up here. It's where I got my first win, 4 years ago now. Just prefer this type of stage. It's nice and quick. There's a bit of rough to suit everybody, but yeah, it's nice and quick for us.
And you've proved it in the past. You're two-time Freelander champion. Who's going to get it this year? Pat was consistent last year. He's consistent at the moment, but he's got a lot of competition.
He has this year. I was looking towards sort of like Graham White and that, but now he's dropped around this weekend, dropped points and that. It's going to be... If Pat keeps it consistent, I think he'll get it again. But if he has an issue, I think Graham will take it.
Well, there's a long way to go. There's a long way to go this weekend. Go and enjoy it.
Thank you very much. We'll see you at the end.
Cheers, Ian. After all the hard work and the modifications that Alex Howard has done to this Freelander, it's only right that I go for a spin in it. You're going to take it easy.
We'll try to, yeah. We have got a few suspension problems actually. We need to nurse home, but yeah, I'm sure we could do a little bit of fun. Do our best.
Right, well, let's see what you got.
Cheers, thanks.
Right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Dynoed at 220 brake horsepower at the wheels, running only 1 bar of pressure at the turbo. It certainly picks up well. Feels a lot quicker than it looks as well, I can tell you that, as he tackles this long climb away from the start. Alex at the moment is leading the Freelander Challenge overall, but let's remember that he is in the modified class. Alex's eyes firmly on the road in front. The way the power comes in certainly puts a smile on your face, and the new brakes setup almost pulls your face up when it jumps on the anchors. Flat out at the moment, heading towards the trees. Fantastic views here at Forrest Lodge. Wrestling with the steering wheel, trying to keep the car pointing in a straight line. The loose gravel and rocks also make the car slide around a lot. As we approach the first quarry, this is where the torque and the ground clearance will pay dividends. Up and over we go, bouncing around in the cabin. And it clears the quarry with relative ease. So the track opens. Here's the classification after day one. Alex Howard, top of the table, but he is in a different class. Then it's Pat Masters, followed by Mike Wilson. Ian Linford again in the modified class, followed by Ian Mawson, Martin Cooper and Michael Smith 7th. Well, Pat Masters, end of day one here at Forrest Lodge, currently leading.
Yep, yeah, it's going well today, yeah. It's very fast in places, very fast.
Is it taking a toll on the car? Have you had many punctures?
We've had no punctures this time. We had 8 last year. Today we've had none, so we'll see what tomorrow brings. But yeah, none today. Amazing.
Less pressure without grey and white here.
Yeah, but not as much fun, obviously.
Definitely. Well, go and enjoy it. Got to do it all over again tomorrow.
That's it. Yeah, get a good night's sleep tonight and back on it tomorrow.
Well, that's it for day one here at Forrest Lodge for the Freelander Challenge. Please join us after the break for day 2. Welcome back to Forrest Lodge for the second round of the Freelander Challenge 2017. Pat Masters is leading the championship. He's leading the event overall at the moment. He's about to get run 1 of the day underway. But it's Michael Wilson who's in second place. Mike Wilson, second place, second round. First run of the day about to get underway. How are you feeling?
Oh, all right, confident really. Yeah, we're going to go today. See how it goes.
Yeah, we saw a few braking yesterday. Mike Smith's car ended up in a Christmas tree.
Yeah, I noticed we had a bit of a moment there ourselves, so we know exactly how we felt. He didn't get away with it, but we had the same problem, the same delay. So.
You've got to grips with the course. You know where you can put the power down. We're going to see you getting faster.
Yeah, we should try a bit harder today and see how it goes. Yeah.
Good luck.
All right, cheers.
So currently third in the Freelander Challenge in the mighty V6 is Ian Mawson. Ian is shooting the V6 down to the ground here.
Yeah, it's a fantastic weekend. A few repairs overnight, broken gearbox mounting, bent sump guard. Got it all done last night now, a few punches were sorted, so we're back in today. Hunting the points down for today. So hopefully get to the end.
Good luck.
Cheers mate, thank you.
And behind him, we've got grey and white's car. It's not grey and white driving it. It's Martin. Martin?
Morning.
What? After your events in the first run going off, put a bit of a dent in the door. No issues since then?
No, just been gradually getting myself used to it, really. Pushing where I know I can and then letting off where I don't like it. So today it's just going to, again, it's experience just to get round. Yeah. So I can't see any dramas today. Yeah. I'm going to poodle round the first one. But no, it's good. We're having a laugh. But it's so different sitting this side. I do prefer to sit that side. So we're going to have fun. So.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. And then Mike Smith behind him.
Morning.
Morning, Mike. Bit of an interesting day yesterday. Tell us about it.
Well, we decided we'd quite like to take up the hobby of tree felling, so we decided we were going to be lumberjacks instead of drivers. So yeah, we had a messy corner. We had a puncture on the rear left as we came around the right-hand corner. It threw us around quite a lot, and we ended up going up down the side. Hit a little tree, only a small one, but the car absolutely came out great. So we've lost a little bit of trim off the front, but that's about it. We've been quite lucky, really. Unfortunately, because of the recovery they had to do, we had to wait until the end of the day. So it meant we couldn't carry on racing yesterday. But we're going to come back today and have a bit of fun. So
You're going to make up for it today.
yeah, a bit of fun. Enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
Thanks very much. See ya.
Right, let's head down to Alex. See how to get on after run one. More drama for Mike Smith in car 119. We saw you in the trees yesterday. You found a bit of knocking. What's going on?
On the last quarry section, as we came up the climb, the car at the front went a little bit light, and we heard a bit of a dunk. So we knew something at the front corner wasn't right. Carl called it as we were heading back in, and we've took the wheel off, and it turns out one of the bolts on here is a bit loose, so we need to get him nice and tight. So it wasn't going to fall off, but obviously the wheel's doing quite a lot of movement, so it's affecting our camber quite a lot. So again, it's something else that's going to throw the car around. So we'll get that sorted now and back out again for the next one.
You finding it quite fun finding all the faults with the Freelander?
Fun. Is that a word I'd use to describe it? It's a challenge. We like a challenge, so we keep going and doing a bit more. Every time we do something else, we find another way around it. Every time we try and modify something, we find it messes something else up. So we're still feeling it. But I think this first season for us is going to be all about trying to find out how we want to get the car set up that works first. So,
well, a few runs to do. Go and enjoy it.
Yeah, we will do. Thank you.
Cheers. Early on day 2 of the Freelander Challenge, and it's come to an abrupt end for Alex Howard in his highly modified Freelander.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. We've got both the rear struts that have problems, but one's just a little bit more than the other. So we've got a rose joint on the end of the strut. It's a thread it's bent now, and it's bending more than it should, and it's starting to sort of peel itself off from the top of the strut. It'd be a bit catastrophic if it came off. So.
Yeah, especially around here when you've got sort of ravines and cliffs everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, driving with a problem, you've always got that in your mind, and then you're not thinking about the next thing ahead of you, and you could have a problem. The worst thing to do is it breaks or you have a crash or something else. So just calling it a day.
Yeah, well, it's very wise. Hopefully you get it all back together and we'll see you in the next round.
Yeah, hopefully it's not such a rush from last time that you break things on these events. It's just one of those part of the racing, isn't it?
Well, commiserations, Alex.
No worries, cheers.
Pat Masters currently leading the Freelander Challenge, 3 minutes ahead of Michael Wilson. The person you were chasing wasn't actually in your class, but it was nice to get an overall win. But Alex Howard has just retired.
Yeah, and sadly they've had to pull out. They got some quite serious damage to the rear suspension, which is making the car handle very badly. So for safety reasons they've pulled out, which is probably the right decision, I think.
And yourself, with the suspension you have you had any issues with that?
Well, not so far, touch wood. But last year we had a bad year with it last year, so this year we've learned from that really, put some money into it, and hopefully this year we'll have a bit of a cleaner run with it.
Well, 3 minutes is quite a big cushion. Are you just going to take it easy for the rest of the day?
It is, 3 minutes sounds a big cushion, but it's only one puncture. So we might just back off a little bit, I think, yeah, and maybe not thrash it quite as hard. But not too much, obviously, because we've still got Mike behind us, and we're not there yet.
Oh, good luck.
Thank you.
Business end of the Freelander Challenge here at Forrest Lodge Estate. Thank you very much, Michael Wilson. You're looking good for a podium, second place, but the engine's just given up.
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with the cams, so it's not running right. It won't pull up the hills, so I think we'll have to call it a day.
Yeah, and it's quite simple to fix for the K series. Just pull it apart and put it back together.
Yeah, they're easy to fix, and there's plenty of parts available, so that's not an issue. So I know a manual can do it. So
Good stuff. And Pat Masters, you just come back with a puncher.
Yeah, well, the interview you did previously, we asked about punctures, and we haven't had one so far, so it's obviously your fault, but we've now got one.
Well, it's easily fixable. Just put a new tyre on and just nurse it home.
Yeah, I'll put another wheel on and off we go again.
And you're helping Mike with his engine here. What seems to be the problem?
Well, as Mike said, we think it's an internal issue with the camshaft. It's a shame, but there we are. But part of the Freelander challenge is we tend to muck in with each other. It's not about beating people in the pits, it's about beating people on the track, really.
Yeah, absolutely, and you've also got Ian Linford here. Ian, you're very familiar with the engine. It's very prone to overheating. Is that down to the forged head?
No, it was down to other issues when they first built them, just a design issue which they sorted out. But yeah, no, normally they're pretty good. They're a reliable engine. They're used in not just Freelanders, Rovers use them. Even Captain Chaos has got one tucked under his belly. But no, they're using a range of cars, and once you sort the head gasket out on them, they're normally 110% reliable. We've run our engine, we ran it for 2 years without any issues. Yeah. You know, so they are good engines.
They're also in the Caterham 7 as well.
They are. They're using Caterham. A lot of the kit cars use them because of how easy they are to work on and how reliable they can be. So yeah, they're pretty good normally.
Ian Linford, thank you.
No worries.
So after a grueling event, Pat Masters managed to bring it home on top. Congratulations to him. Then Ian Linford in second, but he is in a modified class. Ian Mawson third, Martin Cooper fourth, Michael Wilson fifth, Michael Smith sixth, Alex Howard retiring. And here's how the championship standings look after 3 rounds. Pat Masters on top, 166 points. That's 33 points ahead of Ian Mawson and Vicky Mawson. Then Graham White, Martin Cooper in third. Pat Masters, it's not been easy, but you come away victorious. But 2 runs before the end of play, you destroyed the suspension.
Yeah, the right rear damper got bent. We got a puncture in stage, and I think probably driving it through stage, I like to get bent. But it's held up fairly well. We decided to take the decision to run on it. It's not going to get any worse. And it was good, yeah. It ran all right. We dropped a bit of time each lap, but we had enough of a cushion to get to the end.
And it puts you firmly at the top of the championship now.
It does, hopefully, yes. Well, not hopefully, it does.
Well, thank you, go and enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
Ian Mawson, first podium of the year. It's not been easy though. You come away with the last run with a puncher.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming to get on the podium, but the no suspensions worked great. It's been a good weekend. We've worked hard last night to get the car right back on the road, but it's been all worth it. It's been fantastic. More than chuffed for the finish.
Yeah. And it also puts you second in the championship.
Yeah, I didn't expect that, but it has done, so I'm smiling from ear to ear, to be fair, mate. I couldn't ask for a better weekend.
Yeah. Well done, go and enjoy it.
Thank you very much. Cheers, mate.